Hello and welcome everyone. You're coming in here joining our Getting Started on Your GED Journey webinar. My name is Caitlin. I'm part of the GED marketing team and I'll be your moderator for today's webinar. It'll be about 30 minutes long and everything will be recorded, and we'll send out links to the recording after, along with links to all of the products that we discuss here today. There's going to be time for Q&A at the end, but if you do have questions along the way, feel free to type those in the chat and our advisors will reply. So with that, I'll introduce our advisors who will be walking us through this webinar. They are our in-house experts here to guide you through every step of your GED journey when you enroll in the GED Plus program. They'll be there to support you, answer all your questions, issue study material, and just communicate and really set you up for success. So we've got Austin Nobin, Sam Desch, and Marcella Tapiero. So if you do see their names and faces pop up here now, you're hearing directly from our team here at GED. And so with that, Austin, I will pass it over to you.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Austin and I'm one of the GED advisors, and I'm located in Florida. I've been working with GED students now for about 2 years now, I think coming on 2 years now. The other GED advisors on the webinar will introduce themselves here as well, and then we will get started.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Happy to see all of you guys here. My name is Sam. I'm also a GED advisor. I've been on the team here 2.5, going on 3 years now. And yeah, I'm in Minnesota.
Hey everyone, I'm excited for you guys. My name is Marcella and I am a GED advisor here in New York, New Jersey area. And I've been around for about a year now, and I'm super excited just to learn more about you guys and dive into GED.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. GED advisors are experts on the GED exam and guide students through each step of the GED journey. We provide resources, tips for success, and help with any questions that come up along the way. The goal today is to provide actionable steps to start your GED journey. We will discuss basic information about the GED exam and its subjects. We will go over how to get started once you've set up your account. We will discuss how to prepare for the exam and provide information on resources that we provide. There will be an opportunity for you to ask questions throughout the presentation, and we will have a question section at the end as well.
All right, so we're going to start off here with a poll just to get to know you guys. Of course, there's no right or wrong answer. So this poll may pop up in a separate window, or it might show up in your chat function. So just get familiar with that. We're going to use it a few times here throughout. So this question that we've got reads, what is your motivation for getting your GED? And some of the common responses that we hear are to go to college, to get a new job, for my family, for friends, join the military, reach a goal for myself, or other. So go ahead and type that in the chat there. Let us know what you're looking for. Oh, Army, awesome. That's a great response. Yeah, so we'll leave that one up for a little bit. Go ahead, keep type and keep submitting. See, go to college, get a new job. So awesome. We will go ahead and leave that up, and then Austin, I think we're going to go back to you.
Absolutely. So some important things to note about the GED. The GED test and the GED Ready official practice tests are available in both English and Spanish. GED has bilingual advisors who can help issue Spanish language textbooks with a number of Spanish language prep materials available on GED.com. It is broken down into 4 subjects. You have math, science, language arts, and social studies. The GED is accepted at the vast majority of colleges for those that are interested in continuing your education. It is equivalent to a high school diploma, and upon completion, you will be joining the over 20 million GED graduates throughout the world.
Okay, all right. So before we get more into detail about the programs we're going to mention, I just want to get into a few kind of myths and misconceptions about the program. So the first one is that it's easy to get a GED. And the reality is it's going to be different for each student. The journey will be different for each student, but with determination and preparation, which we will help you to have, getting your GED is absolutely doable. So that's the first one. The next one here is just basically that some of you may think, oh, the GED isn't as good as a high school diploma. And the reality is, so a GED showcases your skills and knowledge to colleges and employers. So as Austin mentioned just a little bit ago, so the vast majority of colleges and employers accept the GED credential, over 97% of them, in fact, including prestigious universities like Harvard, Yale, and Stanford. And then one other common one is that math is impossible, which is unfortunately just a common thing to think. But the reality is that, yes, while many students do find math challenging, I've worked with hundreds of students over the last 2+ years, and I can tell you with confidence that you can pass math. We have a wealth of resources to help you pass. So no matter where you're starting and no matter where you need to get to in terms of your score, we will definitely be able to provide you with those resources, which we will cover those resources in this webinar later on. And then one last thing is that one last myth, I should say, is that you're too old to get a GED. So reality is that people leave high school for various reasons, but age is not a barrier here. So we've had countless success stories from students of all ages. I personally had a student who was 76 years old. So there really is no upper age limit here. As long as you're willing to put in that effort, we're here to help you. So it's never too late to get your GED and achieve this goal. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. So with creating an account, so basically, as you read through the bullet points here, I just want to mention that the next few slides will have screenshots of your online account once you sign up and log in to GED.com. And this is where you're going to find some helpful resources. There is a lot of info available on your account, so make sure to explore as you're logging in and going through this.
Okay, so when you log in, you will see on your dashboard, there will be your home screen. You can see icons for each subject and get more info if you click on the subject. The alerts and titles may change depending on your location or what steps of your GED journey you are on. If you click on the red banner, that will give you instructions on what the steps are to move forward. From your homepage, you can click on the study button at the top and it will show you all the resources that you have available to you. Some are free and some you can purchase. The How to Plan study panel is a new tool. It is a short assessment that will tell you how to study the best and match you to tools that align your style. We'll go over more of these resources today, but I wanted to point out there is a free preview test that you can take by clicking the preview test section there. There's a preview for all 4 test subjects that will give you an idea on what the GED exams, and as well as a free practice tutorial so you can get familiar on how the GED exam works. This is an example of what a free exam tutorial looks like. You will be able to try out different features on the test, which will be helpful to get familiar on how to click through each page, use the buttons like a navigator. You can practice scrolling up and over to view the full passage of questions and see what different question types look like so you are not surprised by the layout. This preview can help calm your nerves a bit and let you know exactly what to expect. For the math, science, and social studies exams, it is important for you to get familiar on how to use the online calculator because you will not be able to use your own on the exam day. You won't have to memorize formulas, they will be provided for you. This preview test can show you exactly where to locate them.
If you feel a classroom setting is best for your learning style, this can help you find prep centers when you search your zip code. Click the study button in your GED account and select Find Classes. A local GED class can provide support throughout your GED journey, expert instruction on GED test subjects, practice for the GED test, and help with career and college planning. The GED Ready is the official practice test. It has half the questions and is half the amount of time of the official GED test. Some things to keep in mind here is if you score a green with scores between 145 and 200, you're likely to pass, and we would want you to schedule your official test right away. Normally, students will schedule the exam within 1 to 2 weeks at most. That way, the information is still fresh in your mind. If you score yellow with scores between 134 and 144, you're almost ready, but will need a little more practice. If you score red with scores between 100 and 133, you'll want to spend more time preparing. Save time by focusing only on what you need to learn. You can view a score report on GED.com that will let you know which areas you should focus your studying on. It is important to note that you won't be shown which questions you did not answer correctly. It's a common misconception that the GED is one long exam, but it is actually 4 separate tests, and many students find success in taking one test at a time to be able to focus on that subject before moving on to the next one. In the next few slides, we will break down what to expect for each subject, and we will share a practice question for you all to answer.
All right, so what to expect on the language arts exam. So here we're just going to go over what language arts, what you'll find on the subject. So the first thing is that the language arts exam is divided into 3 sections. So reading for meaning, identifying and creating arguments, and then grammar and language. So that does include a written essay portion. So there's going to be 3 sections total, and then the written essay, which is an extended response for which you are given 45 minutes to write that out. And then there also is an optional 10-minute break following that essay section, and then you go on to the third part. Question types for the language arts test include multiple choice, drag and drop. There's also going to be select an area where you click an area on the screen, and then drop down as well, where you choose an answer from the drop down screen. Okay, so then here, now we're just going to go through some practice questions. I think Caitlin has a question for us.
All right, so we will get this practice question launched, and again, may pop up in your chat or in a separate box. So just take a minute to submit an answer with that. And it reads, the main character of a story is also called what? The options are A, antagonist, B, exposition, C, author, or D, protagonist. So go ahead, just take a moment. We're going to move through these practice questions pretty quickly. So we'll leave that one open. Let's see if we've got any responses coming in here. All right, awesome. I do see a couple slowly trickling in. Right now, it looks like we're kind of split on this one, but I'll go ahead just to move us forward here. The correct answer there is D, protagonist. So Sam, we'll go back to you for some study material.
All right, so oops, excuse me, 1 second here. So yeah, so I'm actually going to mention a few points here about GED Live. So this is actually one of the materials that we're going to go over here. So if you found that practice question a little bit challenging, don't worry. So one option that's available to you is called GED Live. So this is actually a really great resource that will give you numerous benefits to help you with preparing. So one of those things is flexible schedule. So you can actually just when you make this purchase, you're actually going to have a flexible schedule where you'll see the schedule of classes available to you for each quarter. So roughly 3 months at a time, you'll be able to find those in advance. You'll have on-demand GED courses, meaning you can go to them as needed when you're available. And then one of the key points is that they're recorded course materials for easy review, meaning that in addition to the live up-and-coming classes that you can sign up for, we also have available within this resource a list or kind of a library of past videos of recordings of previous sessions, so you can go to those as well whenever you are wanting to see those. There's also direct help from instructors. So these are instructor-led classes. This is not just kind of on your own. There is an instructor leading the course as you work through a session. You can access it from any device. So mobile device, computer, tablet, whatever you have. And then one other thing to mention is that it is currently on sale. So right now it's off. It's actually 25% off. So just keeping that in mind, if you are wanting to look into this, now would be a good time to just look into it if you're kind of considering it. It is on sale. And then as far as the purchase options, you can get 4 subjects or the bundle for 90 days. Otherwise, if you're wanting a single subject specifically for math or language arts, those 2 subjects are available as single subject. So you can purchase 45 days of that for either of those subjects.
Awesome. So the social studies topics will include reading sections, analyzing historical events and arguments, and using numbers and graphs. The format of this example is also multiple choice, and you are given 70 minutes to complete your exam.
Okay, we've got another practice question here for you. And this one reads, how many senators represent each US state? 1, 2, 3, or depends on state population. So again, take a moment to submit on the pop-up poll, or you can type in the chat just like last time. We'll give you a second to see some answers trickle in here, and then we'll go over some more study material. All right, looks like things are changing. Again, we're going to move pretty quick through here. That's just, to give you a little bit of an example. But the correct answer here on this one is B2. So Marcella, we'll go back to you.
Yes. So we're super excited that the GED just launched the official GED mobile app, and it's called GED and Me. It is now available to download on the App Store. Within the app, you'll find personalized guidance, practice questions, and study tracking right from your phone. You can set goals and stay on track with daily questions and reminders.
All right. The science exam is also broken down into multiple choice questions, and the on-screen calculator is available to use. Some of the topics on the exams are listed above. You are given 90 minutes to complete this exam.
All right, and our science practice question here for you guys. That has been launched and should pop up. It reads, what unit is used to measure force? A, Newton, B, gram, C, kilo, or D, pound? Go ahead and give us an answer there. Type in the chat or on the pop-up poll. Awesome. Looks like you guys are pretty good at this one. The correct answer there is A, Newton. And Austin, we'll go back to you.
All right. Another great study tool is called Flash. Flash is a great study tool that we offer and that I can't recommend enough to my students. Students are provided with question sets on each attempt and receive immediate feedback on their responses. This will help you to master the GED test subjects. So you get access to a full collection of GED practice questions and answers covering concepts you need to know to pass. Choose language arts, social studies, science, or math. Learn as you go. So each practice question comes with step-by-step explanations, so you can see instantly where you may have gone wrong and learn how to do it right the next time. Study on the move. It is created for use on phone, tablet, or desktop, so you can study whenever and wherever you find a moment of free time. You can prep at your own pace. So with GED Flash, you can study for the GED in as little as 5 minutes a day. GED Flash offers the flexibility of practicing without feeling tied down for hours.
All right, so what to expect for math? So as mentioned before, one thing to keep in mind is that for the formulas, those are given to you. So there's one thing that I wanted to just like to mention. So some students are afraid they might need to memorize the formulas. That is not the case. So you do not need to know those. There is a formula sheet that is given to you that you'll be able to access during the test. Topics on the math test include basic math, geometry, basic algebra, and then graphs and functions. So all of these are in a multiple choice format, and you'll have 2 hours to complete the test. And one thing to keep in mind also is that there is, excuse me. So you'll have 115 minutes to complete it. And I think here we're going to have a sample question.
Thank you, Sam. All right, this math question is launched, and I will give a few extra seconds here because I know math is tricky. And this is an example of, like we've said, you'll be given formulas, so you don't have to memorize those. You can use a calculator. But just for today, we're going to run through this. If you walk 6 miles in 120 minutes, how fast are you going? A, 0.05 miles per hour, B, 2 miles per hour, C, 3 miles per hour, or D, 6 miles per hour. So again, we'll give everyone a few moments here. I do see responses coming in. Excellent. Looks like you guys are pretty good at your math stuff here. The correct answer there is 3 miles per hour. So we will go back to our last study material.
All right, so then our last study material here is actually going to be GED Plus. So this is the program that all of us are advisors for. We are, as Kayla mentioned, we are the in-house experts here on this. So basically, if you are finding, as before, any of these questions more difficult, one option is definitely, you can definitely consider is GED Plus. So it is the most comprehensive GED prep program with online materials available at your convenience. So GED Plus does include personal advisor help to guide and encourage you. So we're there to help you until you finish all 4 subjects. No matter where you're starting, if you have all 4 to do, if you only have 1 left, we're here to help you with that. And with GED Plus, so there are comprehensive study materials and tools available to you. All of those tools will be available directly to you from your GED.com account. So that's kind of your one-stop shop where you log into GED.com, you'll see access to your study materials, and then also you'll be able to view your test scores if you want to look into those at all. Those are all going to be there on your account. There is a test until you pass guarantee, meaning that no matter how many attempts it takes at the test, we're here to help you. And also your test will continue to be free as long as you're following the program steps. And then as far as the kind of building confidence with things, we do offer the GED Ready test. That's also test until you pass. So as many attempts as it takes, we'll help you with studying. And then as we check on your progress, you'll retake the practice test just to see where you're at. And then once you do pass the practice test, you move on to the official test. There's also one-on-one tutoring for extra support. Basically, within GED Plus, if you're wanting tutoring support, you just let us know. And we offer a limited but renewable amount of tutoring that is online tutoring. It's one-on-one tutoring access. So you can have a tutor help you step by step work through any problems that you're having, any questions on concepts that you're struggling with. And then, of course, so step-by-step guidance to ensure your success, meaning that if you ever have questions, you can always ask us, whoever your advisor is, you can always ask and reach out for help. There'll also be regular check-ins, so we're making sure you're on track to continue making progress, and then we can answer, like I said, any questions that you might have that come up along the way. And then one thing to mention here is that students who use GED Plus are twice as likely to earn their high school credential than those who study on their own. So just on the GED.com site. Okay, and then here, lastly, I just want to mention, so there is what we call a connector tool. So basically, this is just a path to free participation in the GED. So essentially, this is GED Plus, except you're not paying for it. You, the student, are not paying for it. Your employer or sponsor would be paying for it. So if you are interested in GED Plus, but you're looking for a way to do this for free, look no further than GED Works. So that's what this program is called. So as part of this program, GED Works, if you're a student looking seeking a new job or career change, you just enter your zip code on our connector tool by logging into GED.com. You'll see a list of employers who are hiring and are part of our GED Works program. You apply for the position, and if you get the job, your employer will pay for your GED Works while you work.
Awesome. So when you're ready, it's time to schedule your test. We have many convenient days and times available for testing so that it works with your schedule. From your online account, you will then click to schedule the test button. You might see different options depending on your state rules. If your state allows online testing, please be sure to do a system check to make sure that your laptop computer is compatible and meets all requirements. Note that for all online testing, you must be in a closed room with no one else present. If you want to go to a test center, you will click on schedule at a test center and pick which center works best for you by searching your zip code. Like mentioned on the last slide, different states have many different rules. Price, age, and other testing requirements vary by area. You can find your state policies visiting this page on GED.com, or you can hover over the About test at the very top. Once you select your state from the dropdown, you can find helpful information like retake policies, local contracts, and more.
We have many positive testimonials from our GED graduates. One day soon, this could be you, and we would love to celebrate your accomplishments. Now, once you earn your GED credential, we have a ton of ways you can share your accomplishment. One is with digital badges. It's a great way to stand out with employers and colleges, something to look forward to as you work toward your GED.
All right, thank you. And our last poll here is how are you guys feeling? If you're confident to start, then we are super excited for you to get started. If you still have questions, you can go ahead and type those in the chat. We have a few minutes left here. I did see a couple questions come in just about this presentation. Yes, it's been recorded, and yes, it will be emailed out in this afternoon along with links to everything. So if you missed anything, don't worry about it. We got you covered. So let's see again if we have any other questions come in. If you don't think of your question now, but it does come up later, you can always reach out to help@ged.com. And so I did see a question earlier on. Austin, I know you answered. I think it was about, can you do it online or in a classroom? If you want to just touch on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can take your test online or in person. It does depend on your state. Kind of as we referred earlier, you can go to GED.com and look at the state rules. Some states, I believe Florida, New York, only offer in-person testing. So make sure you double check that before you go and start to test online. Also, a Chromebook does not work with our online testing, just as a heads up.
Thank you. Another question here, are there free classes? I know it kind of depends on your location, but if anyone has some advice on that one.
Yeah, I can take that one. So it does depend. There may be free classes in your area. With GED Plus or GED Works, the main kind of component of the program is an online course or online courses. So those are free kind of within GED Plus or GED Works. They're all included. If you're looking for in-person classes, there actually are, if you log into your GED.com account, there are resources for a search tool for looking for local classes in your area. So that they might be free depending on your county essentially. So for a lot of counties, they are free or highly reduced cost classes where you can go to an adult education school and get those classes. That kind of class search tool I think was included here. I can type the steps in here as well for getting to that from your GED.com account. So you can look for local classes in your area.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam. Okay, a few more questions popping in here. Can we start the practice test or actual GED test anytime, or does it have to be when September comes around? When do you guys want to jump in there?
Yeah, so you can actually take the practice test as soon as you sign up. So from the moment you sign up, you just log into your GED account and you have access to go ahead and begin taking that practice ready test. And then once you score above the 145, you will be given a voucher and then you can go ahead and take that test also.
Awesome. Thanks, Marcella. Yeah, people are taking tests, passing tests all the time. So whenever works for you. I did see another question in the Q&A box. If this person started the GED in jail, but has not completed it, do we know if all of the tests and info that have already been completed will be available to them outside? It's a new question to me.
Yes. So when it comes to your scores, typically, as long as your scores have been done before 2014, the scores will be in the system. If you took your test before 2014, some states are able to find those records. But for the most part, if you've taken your test before 2014, we would recommend actually going in and taking it again.
Great. Thank you, Austin. Is it easier to take the test at home? I think that varies on person to person, but if, again, any of our advisors want to weigh in on that one.
Yeah, I guess I can weigh in here. Yeah, so basically it does depend. So Unfortunately, we can't guarantee that online testing will work for everyone. There are a lot of variables involved. The computer that you have, your own internet connection, as well as the testing side. So the OnView is what is the branch of GED that offers the testing. So in order to make all of that happen, there do need to be specific requirements met. You can find more information on that on your GED.com homepage. If you go under the homepage, click on the More tab, and you'll see About Online Testing that's shown there. You'll be able to find a lot more information about that. And for some students, it is easier. Like there's less test anxiety if taking a test in person with other people in the same room is kind of anxiety inducing for anyone. It might be an easier option, but unfortunately, it's not guaranteed to test online because of the compatibility issues mentioned previously. Just not all computers or internet connections are compatible, unfortunately. So that would be kind of up to each student's circumstances.
Thank you, Sam. So we are just about at time. So I know I did see a few more questions we'll try to get to really quick. But again, just thank you for joining us. We are going to send out links to everything after this. So if you have to drop off, thanks for attending. I will just try to go through these last questions real quick. Can I take each subject one by one? Yes, absolutely. That's what we recommend. Is it a test available internationally? That's also a yes. It kind of depends on your location and testing centers, but it's recognized in many, many countries. I can include a link for our international testing. Do I have to pay to take the GED test? Again, yes, that the cost will depend on your state rules. We'll include that link. Okay, if I decide to take tests at one at a time, how long do we have to complete? It's, again, up to you, up to your pace and your own timeline there. And I think I covered most of that stuff there. Austin, thank you for the international testing link. Again, if we missed anything, reach out to us. We're here for your success. Keep an eye out for that email. Thanks to our advisors for answering all of our questions. And we wish you all the best of luck. Take care.